The impact of microplastics on marine life and human health. Microplastics, tiny plastic pieces smaller than 5 millimeters, are now a major pollutant in the world's oceans. They come from larger plastic items that break down or are made small for use in products like cosmetics and cleaning supplies. These particles spread easily through the water, ending up in marine animals and the seafloor. Their growing presence threatens marine life and the overall health of ocean ecosystems. Yang et al., 2021. Harm to marine life. Marine animals are suffering because of microplastics. Fish, shellfish, and other sea creatures often swallow these particles, mistaking them for food. This can cause internal damage, block digestion, and expose them to harmful chemicals. Over time, microplastics build up in the food chain, weakening animals, reducing their ability to reproduce, and upsetting the balance of entire marine ecosystems. Brahimi and Peruz, 2023. Risks to human health. Microplastics are not just a problem for the ocean, they also put human health at risk. People can consume these tiny particles by eating contaminated seafood or drinking polluted water. Microplastics carry toxic chemicals like BPA and phthalates, which can disrupt hormones and may lead to other health problems. Their presence in food, water, and even the air shows how widespread and concerning this pollution has become. Yang et al., 2021. The need for action. Fighting microplastic pollution demands global action. Reducing plastic waste, improving recycling, and using safer, biodegradable materials are key steps. Stronger laws on plastic production and disposal are also needed. At the same time, more research is vital to fully understand the long-term effects on both marine life and human health. Brahimi and Peruz, 2023. Definition and sources of microplastics. What are microplastics? Microplastics are plastic particles smaller than 5 millimeters, commonly found in marine environments. Their diminutive size facilitates widespread distribution, leading to potential risks for marine organisms and human health. Yang et al., 2021. Sources of microplastics. Microplastics originate from both land-based and sea-based activities. Land-based sources include wastewater discharges containing microbeads from personal care products and fibers from synthetic textiles. Sea-based sources involve fishing activities and shipping operations that introduce plastic debris into the ocean. Yang et al., 2021. Primary and secondary microplastics. Primary microplastics are intentionally manufactured small particles used in products like cosmetics and industrial abrasives. Secondary microplastics result from the degradation of larger plastic items due to environmental factors such as sunlight and wave action. Yang et al., 2021. Pathways into marine environments. Microplastics enter marine ecosystems through various channels. Rivers act as conduits transporting plastics from inland areas to the sea. Additionally, wind can carry lightweight plastics directly into oceans, and improper waste management significantly contributes to marine plastic pollution. Yang et al., 2021. Additional source. Research indicates that microplastics are pervasive in marine systems, with their environmental half-lives ranging from years to thousands of years, depending on the type of plastic and surrounding conditions. This persistence undergoes the critical need for comprehensive strategies to mitigate microplastic pollution. Li and Ming, 2025. How microplastics affect marine organisms. Ingestion, toxicity, and bioaccumulation. Impact on marine organisms. Microplastics can be mistaken for food by animals. When ingested, they can cause physical harm. This can lead to decreased growth, poor health, and even death in affected organisms. Yang et al., 2021. Toxic effects and bioaccumulation. Microplastics often carry harmful chemicals and pollutants on their surfaces. When marine organisms consume them, these toxins can enter their bodies and build up over time. This bioaccumulation can interfere with important biological functions like reproduction, digestion, and immune response. Pura Brahimi and Peruz, 2023. Disruption of ecosystems. The effects of microplastics do not stop at individual animals. They can alter food chains, reduce biodiversity, and shift the balance of entire marine ecosystems. As different species are affected in different ways, the overall health of the ocean environment can decline. Li and Ming, 2025. The transfer of microplastics through the food chain. Entry into the food chain. Microplastics enter the food chain at the lowest levels, often starting with plankton or small filter-feeding organisms that ingest plastic particles suspended in the water. These organisms are then eaten by larger predators to move up through the food web. Yang et al., 2021. Bioaccumulation and biomagnification. As microplastics move through the food chain, they can accumulate in the tissues of marine organisms. Larger predators consume many smaller organisms already contaminated with plastics, leading to higher concentrations of microplastics and associated toxins in top-level species. Li and Ming, 2025. Implications for marine and human health. This transfer poses serious risks not only to marine biodiversity, but also to humans who consume seafood. Studies have shown that microplastics and the chemicals they carry can persist in the tissues of fish and shellfish, raising concerns about the safety of seafood in human diets. Pura Brahimi and Peruz, 2023. Potential health effects on humans from consuming contaminated seafood. Human exposure through seafood. When humans consume seafood contaminated with microplastics, they may also be ingesting harmful substances attached to those particles. These include heavy metals, pesticides, and persistent organic pollutants that can enter the human body along with the microplastics. Pura Brahimi and Peruz, 2023. Health risks from toxins. The toxic chemicals that microplastics carry can have serious health effects. These substances have been linked to inflammation, oxidative stress, hormone disruption, and even potential links to cancer and neurological disorders in humans. Li and Ming, 2025. Long-term uncertainty and concern. While research is still ongoing, the growing presence of microplastics in commonly consumed seafood raises concerns about long-term health effects. The fact that microplastics can cross biological barriers, such as the gut lining, makes their potential effects even more alarming. Yang et al., 2021. Strategies for reducing microplastic pollution. Improving waste management. One of the most effective ways to reduce microplastic pollution is by improving plastic management waste systems. This includes better recycling practices, reducing single-use plastics, and developing biodegradable alternatives to prevent plastic from reaching the ocean in the first place. Lian-Ming, 2025. Innovative technologies and cleanup efforts. Technological innovations are playing a growing role in microplastic reduction. New filtration systems can capture microplastics from wastewater bodies. Cleanup activities targeting rivers and coastlines are also helping to remove plastics at the source. Yang et al., 2021. Public awareness and policy action. Raising public awareness about the danger of microplastics can drive changes in consumer behavior and pressure governments to act. Policy measures such as banning microbeads in cosmetics, restricting plastic bag use, and supporting environmental research are all crucial steps toward reducing microplastic pollution globally. Per Brahimi and Peruz, 2023. Conclusion. Microplastics pose a growing threat to both marine ecosystems and human health. As microplastics travel through the food web, they carry harmful chemicals that can lead to long-term health risks and environmental instability. While the problem is complex, there are clear strategies for reducing plastic pollution, from improving waste management to enacting strong policies and raising public awareness. Tackling microplastic pollution requires global cooperation and everyday action to protect the health of our oceans and ourselves.